Okay, so good evening, class. So for tonight, we are going to discuss business combination. No? Quick notes, focus notes on business combination. Okay, so before we solve problem, okay, you have your handouts with you. Let me at this point discuss the concepts that you have to remember with regard to business combination. Okay, so for business combination, okay, we have here the following concepts that you have to consider first. Okay, we have the acquisition method. Okay, so pag sinabi nating acquisition method, it could be under the so-called net asset, okay? Net asset acquisition, or we have the stock acquisition. Stock acquisition. Yan. So with regard to net asset acquisition, ang kailangan nyo i-consider dyan, class, ay sino yung mga parties involved. Okay, who are the parties? Okay. First, we have the surviving, and we have the dissolved. Okay. Also known as the acquirer. So, iset muna natin yung concept, mga kapatid, no? Or the acquired or the acquiree. Yan. So, lalagyan ko to ng check, meaning, after net asset acquisition, magkakaroon ng existence pa rin yung surviving, kaya nga siya surviving. Ito naman, X, meaning, madidissolve na yung binili na company. Okay? Dahil ang binili po ay net asset, meaning, this is the fair value asset minus fair value liability of the said company. Okay? Ngayon, with regard to the computation of goodwill or income from acquisition or bargain purchase, just remember, class, na yung goodwill or impact, yun ang ating acronym, income from acquisition, will be recorded in the book of the surviving company or entity. Okay? So if the consideration transferred is higher, no? Higher than the fair value net asset, so in computing for the goodwill or income from acquisition, gamitin natin plus itong acronym na INFAC, no? Income from acquisition. Or simply bargain purchase. Pwede rin namang bargain purchase. Iko-compare mo yung consideration na transfer or ibinayad ng surviving sa binibili niyang fair value net asset of the said acquiree. Okay? Or the acquired. So if this is positive, okay, ang result po ay goodwill. Kung ito naman po ay negative, then the result is income from acquisition. Okay? Wala kang i-consider dito na non-controlling interest. Okay? Kasi nga, ang binili dito, class, ay net asset. Oo. Okay? Ngayon, with regard to dissolved or acquiree, possible na tanungin dito ay hindi goodwill or income from acquisition kasi sa acquirer yan or sa surviving. Ang possible na tanungin dito is gain or loss on sale. Yung loss. Ibig sabihin, kung gain or loss on sale ang tatanungin, no, sa problem, sa board exam ninyo, all you have to do is just to compare the consideration transferred. Yung ibinayad ni surviving minus the book value net asset of the seller, yung acquiree, yung nagbebenta. Okay? So kung mas mataas, then you have a gain. Kapag mas mababa naman, then you will have a loss. So ganyan lang po, class, ang pag-compute, no? Without preparing the journal entry. Kung paano i-compute ang goodwill, paano i-compute ang gain or loss. Then definitely, itong gain or loss on sale na ito, since dissolved po siya, no? Let's discuss first itong net asset acquisition. Since dissolved siya, this gain or loss will be close to your RE. Okay? Yung retained earnings po ng acquiree. Kaya nga, meron tayong adjusted RE. Siyempre, ang RE, capital yan. So, credit ang normal balance. Kapag loss yan, yung resulta ay loss, kailangan mong kontrahin. I-debit mo yung RE, credit mo yung loss of sale. Kapag ka naman gain, so you have here credit RE, debit mo naman yung gain on sale. Then definitely, maku-close na rin ang common stock and PIC. Diba? So, ma-eliminate din ito. So normally, kapag book ng dissolve, ang tinatanong dyan ay how much is the gain or loss on sale. Pero kapag sa book naman ng acquirer, acquirer, ang tanong dyan is the combined asset. How much is the combined liability, combined common stock, APIC, and RE, or simply combined shareholders' equity. Now, dito sa stock acquisition, sino naman ang parties involved? As regards the parties class, meron tayong tinatawag na parent company, and we have here the subsidiary, subsidiary company. An example of this class is Jollibee and Chowking, Jollibee Food Corporation and Magnesal. Same with Jollibee Food Corporation and Greenwich. So, yung mga subsidiary, nag-i-exist pa rin. So, lalagyan ko ito ng check, existing. In fact, the subsidiary will submit their separate FS. The parent company is also existing. So, wala pong madi-dissolve dito. But the parent company has to prepare not only the separate FS of the parent, for example, Jollibee, but is obliged to submit also the consolidated financial statement, Conso FS. So it's the parent company, the Jollibee in that case. At syempre, itong subsidiary, ang i-prepare lang niya is yung separate FS niya. So ibig sabihin, sir, kung may consolidated FS itong parent company, what if hindi fully owned yung subsidiary? What if partially owned? So kapag partially owned sa consolidated FS, dito natin nakikita at pre-present ang tinatawag nating NC-NAS. This is known as the non-controlling interest in the net asset of the subsidiary. Yan yung hindi kay parent company. Yan yung sa mga others. And NC-NAS is part of the shareholders' equity. So dinadagdag natin sa NC-NAS yung Conso common stock, Conso APIC, and of course, Conso RE. Kaya meron ka ngayon dito na consolidated shareholders' equity. So yan ang component ng Conso shareholders' equity. Kasama na po dito yung NC-NAS. So kung meron palang NC-NAS, then we have to determine how to value the non-controlling interest in the net asset of the subsidiary. So class, sa pag-compute ng goodwill or income from acquisition, you start again from consideration transfer. Magkano ba ang ibinabayad ng parent company or controlling interest doon sa subsidiary? So for example lang mga kapatid, 80% lang ang binili niya na stock. So kanina, net asset ang binibili, this time stock. Which again, it's an evidence of ownership. So ngayon, kung 80% ang binibili niya, 20% ay hindi sa kanya. How to value this 20%? And this 20% is known as fair value of the non-controlling interest. Lalagyan ko ito ng asterisk plus, Paano ba ito kino-compute? Depende. Depende. Una, silent ba yung problem as to evaluation of the NC-NAS beginning? Kung silent po, kailangan mong i-compute ang tinatawag nating PSP. It is higher between the proportionate share basis and the fair value assessed. So pag sinabing assessed fair value, yan yung kumbaga assessment ng combining entities o yung mga hindi sa akin, sabi ni parent, mga non-controlling. Ito yung valuation niya. So that's fair value assessed. Okay? Sir, what if wala pong binanggit na fair value assessed? Automatic pa na PSP na agad? Proportionate share basis? The answer is no. Okay? So, dito, kapag silent ang problem, whichever is higher between fair value assessed and proportionate share basis. Ang sabi kasi ng standards class, okay, the combining entity can value the non-controlling interest based on fair value or its proportionate share basis. Basta't ang minimum daw ay proportionate share basis. So kung silent class for problem-solving purposes, pipiliin natin yung higher. Basta't ang minimum mo ay PSP. See, for example, kung ang PSP proportionate share basis is 200,000, pero ang FB assessed is 180,000, so piliin natin 200,000 na minimum. Sir, ang tanong, paano kino-compute ang PSP or proportionate share basis? Okay? This is equivalent class to the fair value net asset of the subsidiary, multiply this by the percentage non-controlling interest. So yung hindi sa'yo parent, i-multiply mo naman yung net asset ng subsidiary because the subsidiary is owned by the controlling and the non-controlling. Diba? So yan po ang ownership. May percentage dyan na kay parent, yung controlling, may percentage naman dyan na hindi kay parent or the non-controlling. So pag multiply mo yung non-controlling sa fair value net asset, that's the proportionate share basis. Okay. Now, going back, paano pag wala ito? Paano pag walang assets? Ibig pang sabihin, PSP na agad? The answer is no. Ang gagawin mo class ay magko-compute ka ng FP implied. Okay? Implied fair value or also known as assumed fair value. Okay? Diba, ganun ang ginagawa natin. Kapag walang binigay sa problem, nag-a-assume tayo. Diba? Then, kapag nag-assume fair value tayo, yun na po ba yung valuation? No. Whichever, again, is higher between the PSP and the assumed fair value. Kaya ang tanong, sir, paano kino-compute itong assumed fair value? Okay. So, hindi binigay ang assess, pero binigyan ka kung magkano binili itong 80% na ownership. Say, for example, 800,000 yung valuation. So, all you have to do is, in computing for the FP implied, mag-gross up ka. Ito din yung tawag natin gross up method. So, you have here consideration transferred, divide this by percentage non-controlling interest. Okay, the gross up value mo na siya. So 800,000 divided by 0.8, probably that's 1 million. Okay? Then multiply this by percentage of non-controlling interest. Say for example 20%, so may 200,000 ka na FP implied. This is how to compute the implied or assumed fair value. Okay? Ito naman yung PSP. Again, whichever is higher sa dalawa. Okay? Whichever is higher. Now, there are problems, class, na nagbibigay ng tinatawag na control premium. Okay? Yun yung mga panglito nila sa problem. Pag may control premium, that is an additional payment kasi natuwa yung acquirer, yung parent. For gaining control of the company na gusto na bilhin, willing pa siyang magdagdag ng payment. Okay? Yung control premium. Okay? Ngayon, with regard to control premium, sa pag-compute ng implied fair value, the control premium is excluded. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, class, ito, sa consideration transfer, kung included dito ang control premium, tanggalin mo. Kung excluded dito ang control premium, bago mo i-gross up, okay na yun. Wala nang problema. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, okay, if you're going to compute for the PSP, okay, this is equivalent again to FVNA, okay, of the subsidiary. Multiply this by the percentage NCI. Okay, so ito po yung PSP. And whichever is higher ulit. Pero kapag may consideration transferred with control premium, sa pag-compute naman ng FV implied, we have here CP minus control premium. Mag-ingat class, kasi may mga problem na nagbigay nga ng information na may control premium na ibabayad, pero exclusive naman yung consideration transfer of the said control premium. So pag wala naman talaga, hindi siya included dito sa consideration transfer, wag mo nang i-deduct. Okay? So, kunyari, kasama. I-deduct mo yung control premium, then divide this by the controlling interest percentage. Then multiply this by the non-controlling interest. Okay. Yes, sir. Ito yung isang scenario, whichever is higher ng PSP and FP implied, kung walang assess. Ito naman yung second scenario, whichever is higher ng PSP at saka FP implied, kung walang assess. Okay? At merong control premium. Yan. Sir, paano kapag may control premium at meron namang assessed fair value? Again, class, let me remind you na mag-a-assume ka lang or mag-i-imagine ka lang kung walang actual na binigay. Diba? Mag-i-implied ka lang kung walang assessed. Okay. Now, whether it is at assessed fair value or implied, itong consideration transferred mo na ito sa taas, sa pag-compute ng tinatawag nating total value of the subsidiary before you compute for the goodwill or income from acquisition, this is always with control premium kung meron mang binigay sa problem. Okay, ingat class ha. Sa taas, sa consideration transfer for goodwill computation purposes for income from acquisition, inclusive of control premium. Kasi binabayad nga naman yan. Pero kapag pag-compute ng FBNCI, since inclusive na siya, dito naman excluded siya. Tanggalin mo. In order not to distort the gross up value of the said subsidiary. Net asset of the subsidiary. So yun po. Post that. Okay? Tanggalin dito, include doon. Pero may mga problem naman na wala